Hey Soul Tribe, welcome back to the channel. I've been picking up on some energy with someone who might be coming up out of the woodwork, and there's a little bit of a warning from the universe to let you know that there could be someone who's going to try and pick a fight. I went to do a pre-shuffle and I got a card of the Hermit underneath there, Eight of Swords. This is going to be one of those situations where someone that you don't really want to talk to, somebody who might be usually introverted and recluse, it's sort of like they've started focusing on you. And I just kind of hear this sort of feeling. It's like, oh my God, why me? So I'm going to get some advice for you so you know how to deal with this particular situation. Because after I go to cut, we do have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is somebody that you probably know just from your day-to-day routine. If you have a route that you take to work or a walking path that you take on a regular basis. I hate to say it, somebody's been actually spying on you and they're actually watching your movements. Now, I don't necessarily want to put you into a paranoid state, but it is kind of one of those things where when you get onto, the spiritual path, you enter into a glow up, people start to notice you, and this is somebody that has noticed you and they're a little bit judgmental. And this is actually somebody who is stuck in darkness and they really don't understand the light. What's going on within their ego? Three of Swords. What's going on in the soul? Justice. Um, Whoever this individual is, like, you may not even know them personally, but it's one of those things where your intuition could be telling you that this person, they're trying to do the right thing, but they're going about it in the worst way possible. This individual, they're they seem defensive, argumentative, but because I see justice right here, it's sort of like they feel like it's their responsibility to educate you. Like I'm suddenly losing my voice. Pardon me while I have the sacred morning coffee. And yes, it is a narwhal. It is actually really important at this time to make sure that you are in your own energy, having a bit of a sense of humor when you're going from being in a chronic PTSD state and you're trying to it's sort of like you're trying to birth a new version of you that can enter into the world. Like, unfortunately, you go through a bit of a phase where the crazies tend to crop up out of nowhere. That's kind of the reason why this message is coming out. The good news is that you're technically healing. The frustrating news is that you're going to be encountering a few folks that they have some genuine issues. But like, let's get a few more cards here. We got Five of Swords, the Lovers, Nine of Swords, which is interesting. I kind of like how this deck, there's an echo of the Five of Swords posted behind the yeah, we got the poster blah, 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 of the Five of Swords sits on the Nine of Swords card. Like, this person is technically, you have a soul connection with them, even if you don't like them, even if you don't actually know them, or maybe this could be a family member that you have a relationship with. You do have a soul connection with them. There's actually something about just don't engage. Like, that's it's the easiest answer, but it's not the it's the simplest answer, but not the easiest answer. Because notice how I'm ping-ponging all over the place when it comes to how I want to deal with this person that might be entering your energy and causing a little bit of trouble. They're really confused and their aura is very staticky. And like, this is more than likely someone who's dealt with their own traumas. And I think because you're starting to elevate out of a particular traumatic karmic cycle, like, you're just being asked to kind of look at this situation from the outside, being a little bit dispassionate, because swords can be cold and dispassionate. But there's a reminder, because this person may crop up in your mind, especially when you're trying to fall asleep, because this person has an energy on them that might make you feel worried and start cycling through scenarios in the back of your mind. When you start cycling through that, that's PTSD. And it's important just to stop it, acknowledge it. In some ways, like, take a deep breath, and take in your surroundings. That is a technique. that a lot of therapists and psychologists do recommend is like just grounding yourself is just recognizing I'm in this space, I'm in this room, this person, they are not harming me. And there's an ask for you to be in the now moment because for some of you, this person could stir up some latent emotions. So let's get some advice, you know, because I think this person, like, it's a little bit of a test from the universe to sort of figure out where you are at in terms of your healing. Like we got to go to the doctor every so often when we're on a healing journey. They need some touch points so that they can keep notes, they can keep good records, and then they can also help you if they notice there are any problems along the way. And the universe is sort of offering you a similar experience by this kind of encounter with this, heartbroken, distorted individual. What do we have? Four of Cups. Like in some ways, your apathy is your greatest strength. What's underneath there? The moon. Like when I see these two together, like the moon is your subconscious, quiet, secretive. And there's an ask for you just to kind of keep some of your emotions to yourself because it's gonna be tempting to prove yourself to this person. It's like, look, I know you have problems, but I have problems too. And have a little bit of empathy. In a role reversal, you would probably not appreciate someone saying that to you if you were trying to express yourself from I'm getting like a frightened state. Whoever this person is, like they're chronically afraid. Like there's anxiety, and I think they're really good at masking it. But when they enter your orbit, you'll just feel this kind of ungrounded sort of feeling. You need to pay attention to that. They got a negative energy on them, and it's very contagious. So it's one of these things like, give yourself that 6 feet of distance from them. Even just having that physical distance is going to give you a lot of a sense of security and just making sure that while you're still learning how to protect your energy, being physically distant from this person will help. But sometimes with our phones, this energy can travel through. So be conscientious about how it is this person's trying to communicate with you. And I'll always tell you, it's totally okay to block people. You can block family members, you can block exes, you can block random people who think it's okay to troll you. Like you owe these people no explanation. What can you release? You don't need to be generous with the situation. Notice how we also have the tattoo of the scales. This person really thinks that they're going out of their way to bring balance into the world. And their idea of balance is if I'm angry and upset, the only way I can maintain balance is if you are angry and upset. And then it turns into a tug of war of who's more traumatized than who. And you're being guided just to release it. It's actually not justice. And if you accept this energy, you receive the negative karma from that. What can you hold on to? The Hierophant. You've been learning something. And I think a few of you have been going out of your way to upgrade your understanding of the spiritual realm, going to diviners, teaching, schooling. You've been learning a lot. And part of the reason this is showing up is it's just a test. It's the universe saying, okay, so you've been learning all these tools. Maybe it's Reiki, maybe it's learning how to get rid of ghosts, maybe it's learning how to manage your mental faculties, or learning how to manage your anxiety. There's all kinds of different ways this Hierophant would resonate with you. But it's this is just a test to see where you're at. Because if you're able to get a little bit more dispassionate about your spiritual growth, it turns into a little bit of a game. You're kind of on a quest right now. And this person, well, you shouldn't necessarily let them off the hook if they're being extraordinarily rude. But again, you don't need to engage. Goodbye. Go away. Go over there. 2 foot block, 2 block radius. Block them, block them. What's the potential final outcome? 10 of Pentacles. Like part of the reason you're going through whatever this test is supposed to be, it's for your long-term benefits. Many of you have been trying to figure out where it is you can take all of your spiritual gifts, be able to move forward in order to have a happy, healthy existence. And this is actually just part of the journey. Think long-term about what is going on. Just because you have this immediate dysfunction, this immediate discomfort, like you don't need to engage with it. And all of a sudden, my left palm, I just felt this like almost itchy sort of feeling. You are technically manifesting your abundance, and that's showing up in this card right here. But as long as you are willing to entertain negative energies like this, it's just going to drain your life force. So I'll keep this short and brief, but wow, I suddenly can't talk anymore. It's as though your throat chakra is going through an upgrade. Wow. Can I speak now? Am I allowed to talk? Can I please speak to my collective? God damn. I got to get out of this reading here. Like, that this is just an indication you don't need to speak to them. Like in some ways, if your throat gives out while you're talking to this person, that's your guides kind of touching on the shoulder, saying, "Shut up." There's a sort of like, you got this like little guardian angels sort of sitting off to the sides, like, shh, shh, just don't, and listen to that. Don't worry about the embarrassment. This person is dealing with embarrassment. You're learning how to differentiate your own energy from theirs. But after all of that, we have the Arcturian Stargate. Oh, peace, healing, gentleness, and non judgment. Just use this opportunity to realize that you have upgraded, that you're getting prepared to go through a particular glow up. And this situation is just designed to help you learn how to maintain your peace in order to celebrate how much you have healed. Just be kind to yourself. Show a semblance of gentleness and compassion. Because when you're calm within your own energy, you can diffuse the tension externally and you're able to walk away from situations without judgment towards yourself. I'm just saying. Wow. Well, whoever you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for being here. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. I do provide in-depth tarot readings if you need any assistance with this person or anything else in your journey. Otherwise, when I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.